kind of see it put the tentacle down, and it like looks upwards as it drops to one knee. You kind of step, down towards it and slam your horn face right into the empty eye socket, and your skull kind of crack underneath it, and it just collapses to the floor with an empty whimper. Is that you?
Yeah.
So before we end combat, the Baleful Eye will see Gareth before it's his turn to decide whether he wants to drop the form or not. Can you give me a wisdom saving throw, please, Gareth? Oh, you can beat him. You've got to beat 16.
8.
Oh, so +2 is 10 at least. But yeah, that is unfortunately poopy fail. You are currently immobilized for a turn. So on your turn, you can't move. What do you want to do?
In this form, can we go down to that security area?
You can, yeah.
So I don't know if it was a touch thing, if it was just touching the floor or what. I'm gonna disappear. I'm gonna go down.
Well, we'll come out of combat because it's only really affecting Gareth anyway.
Yeah.
So he's going to start disappearing. I'm like, are we not dealing with this?
You're just stood up there
There's
chilling.
an eye, mate.
No, I'm gonna go down to.
Why notice a change then when Gareth leaves? Does the eye?
It still basically carries on looking around the room. You can feel that it's aware of you, but it doesn't pay you any extra attention. You remembered, Acta, that you were the one who told him that the glyphs on the floor will make whoever kind of triggers them attack the nearest eye.
Oh, right, yeah. Sorry.
No,
Let me know what.
Please follow me.
No, let me know what happens. I forgot about that. Actually, didn't.
So I'm gonna go down. I can't see anything down here.
Oh, because that token doesn't have vision. Hang on.
So then I want to go into this area.
So as you enter the area, kind of floating just above the glyphs, you still feel the trap basically get triggered, and you feel it kind of start to target your willpower. There's no one for you to attack, so even if you failed the willpower test, you won't be able to strike out at anyone. But you feel the trap get triggered, and it does still affect you. So if Akta or Patch were there, you'd have gone for them.
Yeah.
But you can try and disable the traps, but not in this form.
No, I know. Because I have got that little sprite.
Mm.
Okay, I'll come out of here and drop the form, and then I will activate the Inquisitive Sprite, which was kind of like it was made for this.
As the little sprite appears in front of you, you open the little, you get out the little runed amulet and speak the command word, and you see all the kind of rune illuminate, and then the rune itself kind of pops up off of the amulet and becomes the form of a little sprite.
So I'll instruct this sprite to disable the trap.
It flies off, and you see it kind of hover around the kind of glyphed area. You see it kind of make a few passes, and it suddenly starts like dipping down into the kind of floor, and then appearing as it pops out of other glyphs. You see each of the glyphs that it comes out of underneath suddenly kind of spark and fizzle and then stop glowing, until eventually all of the glyphs themselves become de-illuminated.
Don't tell Acta this.
It spends a little longer flying around before it comes back towards you and then disappears back into the amulet.
Yeah. So I can walk onto this now.
Yeah, doesn't seem to have any effect.
Yeah, and then I want to examine these doors.
The heavy stone doors in front of you don't appear to have any kind of markings or descriptions or anything like that on. They just appear to be large, heavy stone doors.
Traps or anything on them?
Do you remember behind you, though, that when you came into this corridor, in the alcove, you could see the floor was covered with all those weird glyphs and things, but there was a pattern on the walls behind you that covered all of the walls that you couldn't make out what it was or what it was trying to describe. There was just a strange pattern opposite these doors on the wall.
So let's have a look at the glyphs on the wall then.
Can you give me a religion check, please?
13.
All you can really make out is that the text and the kind of symbols on the walls seem to mention something about sovereigns.
Yeah, I'll cast message into Acta's head and tell her to come.
Okay.
The baleful eye immediately locks onto Acta. You receive the message.
Oh, yeah. Yo, Patcher, come on.
He's going to wait there, caveat dragon.
Oh, you got the thing off.
Tell her, yeah, I've disarmed it. It's quite easy.
You're clever.
Yeah, no, just had to do a couple of enchantments, and recite a load of stuff. But there's this thing, it said something about sovereigns on this wall. And these glyphs are on these doors. So, over to you.
Can you give me a history check, please?
You're the smart one, in inverted commas.
If you will remember certain stuff, this is to see how much you can remember over the top.
20.
Oh, very nice. So you'll be able to make out that the text and kind of symbols and stuff on the wall relates to the sovereign host, which is the dominant religion of Corvair, and that worshippers of the sovereign host are called vassals and kind of worship this pantheon as a whole rather than each of the deities individually, and that there are 9, and that they all appear to be named on the wall.
Okay, I'll tell him that.
So do we have to rotate something?
You haven't done anything with the doors yet other than look at them.
So what are actually on the doors?
Nothing. Just plain stone doors.
And these are around...
On the wall opposite.
Oh, on the wall opposite. And there's 9 what?
The sovereign host has basically got 9 deities in it.
Okay.
And it essentially talks about all of them on this wall.
Okay. And what do we know about the deities? Does it matter?
You know that they each kind of represent different parts of life. There's the ones about love, law, sacrifice, wealth. They all represent different aspects of life, and that they're always worshipped as a whole rather than individual gods like in Greek mythology and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's the whole pantheon that's worshipped. But the core beliefs are essentially that they are always present. So, for example, if you have a fire of forge, the god that represents that stands beside it. That their hand is involved in all things basically all the time. It's not like Greek and Roman where they might just pop in and stick the finger in someone's pie kind of thing. They're omnipresent. They're involved in everything all the time.
I'm not sure any of that has helped you to solve any puzzle of getting into. Have you tried the doors yet?
I haven't actually tried to open them yet.
Okay, do you want to try?
Fuck it, let's push them open. Oh, bollocks.
I love that joke about the D&D people always, it's the doors. Doors are a nightmare.
Yeah.
You say, what can we do to just open the door? Just open the goddamn
So you're there looking at these signs and I come and go, have you actually have you
push the door open?
Yeah. No, I haven't done that yet. Well, why don't you just try pushing the door open?
It's funny how it seemed accurate with any group as well.
I mean, if there's a lit glyph thing on it, you don't need any other alarm system. You've got the security system right there glowing on the floor.
As you push the doors open, you can see that the area beyond opens up to reveal 3 quite a large circular alcove with 3 small shrines with large statues above. You can see as you slide the doors open, all of the thick layers of dust in the room are disturbed.
I'm going to walk in.
Acta, you can actually do me an investigation roll.
Oh,
what you find over and above. Just a flat 10?
Yeah.
Okay. All you can manage to make out is that these 3 shrines appear to be Arawai, Balinor, and Olandra, but they've all been very badly chipped and defaced. So they basically point to the sovereign of life and love, the patron of fertility, the sovereign of horn and hunt, whose patrons follow the border between nature and civilization, and the sovereign of feast and fortune, who's the patron of entertainers, gamblers, that kind of thing. Okay. She's like the god of luck. But all 3 of them have been very badly chipped, smashed, defaced. And you know that this room was then sealed and then trapped to stop anyone getting in.
Can we get him to go in and cast mending on the statues?
You can. It'll take a long time for him to fix them up because they've been very badly defaced. But I mean, if you left him in there, eventually you manage to get the statues at least to a kind of respectable look. They won't be like they were before, but you could manage to ironically patch them up.
Just don't know if that... There must be a reason why they've been locked in here.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to give me a...
Well, there's fertility, there's feasting, or good luck, and what was the other one? Feasting?
Nature.
Nature.
Give me just a straight intelligence roll.
You better do that because I'm thick as fuck.
Okay.
3 altogether.
Okay. What is your basic intelligence?
Oh, I was only a 2. Oh, I do have 2. 13.
There you go. So average intelligence for
So
people
average,
is
yeah.
10.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, 13. I'm very intelligent.
So yeah, so just as like a basic level of intelligence,
Yeah.
you're not going to get anything extra on top of it. You know that this cult that you're currently fighting, that's not who they worship. The sovereign host is absolutely not what they are anything to do with. So whatever this temple was previously, maybe they just wanted to seal it away and stop anyone getting to it.
So, yeah, I don't think that. I think all they've done is just taken over someone else's temple, like commissioned a church.
But why they're trapped outside of it, you don't know.
Is that all that's in this room? Just the statues? There's no writing?
No, 3 defaced statues.
Do the statues look like they've been moved in here, or that this is their place?
With the investigation roll that you've got,
I can't tell.
you can see that they're very old, that
Like
this room
within
hasn't been
their
disturbed for a long
storage.
time. But it doesn't look like they've been moved in here.
Yeah, because then why wouldn't you just destroy them? Why wouldn't you just destroy the statues?
I mean, you can tell that they've had a lot of damage done to them. You could still just about make out who they were shrines to.
Right. I don't have any health potions on me. Can Patcher cast whichever one it is? What is it? Cure wounds?
Let's see what he's got left. He has...
He's got 1, 1 and 1, 3.
And 1 level 3, yeah. So he can do a cure wounds at level 1 or level 3.
Yeah, do cure wounds on Akta at level 1, and then do one on me for level 3. So I'm at a loss of what to do in here now.
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
Well, you've still got the Baleful Iron.
Yeah, let's head back over to this big eye thing. So we know this thing is not controlling, but well, I don't know if it was controlling or not.
What's it doing now? Now we're both in there.
It's just scanning the room again.
Okay,
Just
so
looking around.
now you're not thingy. But when you it's not seeing me now, but when I'm assuming we're taking the glyphs down, it saw me because it was looking right at me.
As soon as you received Gareth's message.
No, it was when I got the message. Yeah.
Can you both give me perception checks, please?
Mm-hmm.
And do you want to do anything with the dead guys?
That's a good point. We will loot the dead guys as
That is a very good point. It's one that we always forget.
My perception is my passive.
Okay.
Same as mine, 13.
I will have a look at
16. I rolled a 13.
I will roll.
Gareth, as you're walking around, you notice down here that there is a crack running through the middle of the rough stone on the wall.
Big enough for anyone to go down, or?
From what you can see, it's just a crack on the wall, but it stretches from floor to kind of 7 or 8 foot up the wall. Akta, looking around the dead bodies, you find, again, one of the orcs with like the dislocated jaw and that had that weird tongue worm kind of symbiote. The other one has a different variation called the Tangler symbiont, which you can claim if you want to jam it in your mouth.
Do I?
So otherwise it'll die. Do you want to shove in your mouth, love?
Do you know what? I'm going to do it.
You're going to do it?
Yeah.
Ew. That's gross.
Yeah, they die.
That is gross. You also find around
so jealous.
Around 60 gold pieces in loose coins. The Dolgaunt has a platinum bracelet inlaid with images of eyes all around it. It's slightly disturbing, but it's worth about 110 gold.
Bracelet of eyes. I found nothing. Finding no here, mate. You keep looking.
God. That is unbelievable.
So what are you doing? Nothing. Ignore it. Forget it. I'm doing a Gareth thing. So what am I doing with this?
Let me find it for you.
So can I fire a firebolt at this crack in the wall?
Absolutely. You see the fireball impact against the wall. You see the flames kind of billow away up it. You see some of them disappear into the crack kind of thing, and that's that. So what do you do with this symbiont, Actor?
You said I put it in my
You just
mouth.
jam it in your mouth. Well, you take it out of the orc's face, basically.
Well, I take it out and then I kind of have a close look at it, and then I'm assuming it. Let's just say it jumps in my mouth because it needs a home, doesn't it? I've taken it out of its home and it desperately needs a home. So it aliens, and it just immediately, and I go, ugh, but I don't fight it.
Oh, okay. So, as this thing kind of jumps into your mouth, basically, can you give me a nature check, please?
17.
Very nice. And then just give me a history check, please.
21.
Oh, bloody hell. Cool.
This symbiote's made me really, really smart.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna hit all the points that you need to base, basically. So you know that at least these particular variations of symbionts, which you've found, were living tools crafted by the Delkir, those horrific lords of madness that live in the underworld, basically, and they're used as living tools. It possesses a nominal sentience, and it bonds physically and psychically with its bearer. But because the mind of the creature is as alien as its creators, it's impossible for you to be able to communicate with it other than to essentially activate what it does. You can't have conversations with it or anything like that. It literally draws on your life force for sustenance, which is reflected in its ability to give you healing now and again, essentially. If it makes an attack, as the ones that you've found do, the attack is made by the symbiont, not by you. So just remember, it's for whatever reason, like it's not a magical attack, things like that.
Oh, okay.
Like all your attacks are magical.
All my attacks
you're
are
not
magical.
attacking.
It is.
Yeah, exactly. So the one that you have removed. Actually, which one did you remove? The one that you've already seen, the weird tongue worm thing, or the one that tried to kind of restrain people and that tried to wrap around people? Which one? Do you want to roll?
Yeah, can do, because I really don't know.
Okay.
12.
12. So we'll go with the Tangler, the new one.
Yeah.
So this worm-like symbiont. Oh, actually. This one can either be in your mouth or attached to your arm. So
oh, arm. Let's go arm then.
So as you kind of remove it from the orc, let's say it was like wrapped around his neck and down his throat and stuff. Okay. So as you kind of remove it, it like wraps around your arm and you don't resist. You let it wrap around your arm.
Because I recognise what it is. Because like I said, my history.
So this one, you can use it to make an attack, which will be up to 10 feet. So your reach is only 5. This has got a 10-foot reach on it.
Yeah.
It's +7 to hit, but basically they have to make a dexterity saving throw. So whatever you roll to hit, that's what they have to beat with a dexterity saving throw, or you hit them with it. So
okay, so it's not a to hit; it's basically a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah,
and
but
this is the DC.
rolling. Yeah, you're rolling to hit basically. Yeah, it's like you use your dex to hit anyway, so it's the same thing.
Yeah.
If hit, the target is restrained. If you roll a 1, you are restrained.
Oh, how?
It misses. It whips back around and wraps around you. It's just it's just for one turn. It's literally trying to you whip it out trying to restrain something. If you natural 1, if you miss critically, it completely misses what you were aiming for and wraps around you instead.
It's like if you had a whip. And you didn't whip it properly and you hit yourself.
And it goes around you instead.
So I roll a d20 and then add 7 to it, and then they have to beat that to avoid it.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you have found a big crack in the wall.
Yeah. Can I shove a dagger in there or something?
You can definitely put a dagger in there. It feels very sturdy. It doesn't feel like it moves at all.
Even an obsidian dagger?
Even the obsidian daggers. They're especially brittle, so if you put that in there and try and wiggle it...
snap.
What's Acta doing at this point? Now she's got this symbiote wrapped around her arm.
What about these 2 guys up here?
You've searched everyone now.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So, so Gareth's down where the door is.
Yeah.
I opened the door. I haven't tried that yet.
It doesn't. Yeah, unfortunately, this isn't just have you tried opening it.
Does it look like a Skyrim door where it's like all normal rocks and then there's like bobbly rocks?
gonna go down here.
So you see Gareth trying to jam daggers into a crack in the wall,
What are
basically.
you doing, dude? There's a button over here. What do I see here?
That was where those orcs essentially had set up a
Yes,
little
it
camp
was.
area. There's nothing down there, but that is just their they had like a little seating area basically going on.
And a massive cobweb, though.
Yeah.
I want to walk over here and grab the femur of one of these guys, and then come back and jam that in the crack in the wall.
She start licking the walls.
Actor's got a newfound interest in licking stone. Just starts smearing the symbiont all over the wall.
Go symbiote.
Can I hold the amulet up?
So as you get the amulet out and you hold it up towards the door, you see one half of it illuminate.
Ooh. And then does it deluminate?
Not while he's holding it up to it, anyway.
All right, then I shout Actor and say, "Come here," and you hold yours up.
Okay. And then I hold mine up.
You see the other half of the door illuminate, then you see the floor in between both of you suddenly crack and split open, and the whole kind of wall and floor in front of you cracks and moves open, and you see a wide tunnel leading downwards. The baleful eye immediately points and looks in your direction, but that's all it does.
Is that what you want? Ooh. Sound effect.
Then
Okay.
we go down.
Come on then.
Long rest.
As I'm just going to sit in this tunnel for 8 hours. Clambering along, this rough, narrow passage seems unpleasantly akin to climbing down the throat of some great beast. The walls are studded with glowing kyber dragon shards, though you can see that they're so cracked and pitted that they would have no market value.
Maybe.
Yes. You are forced to walk single file in some places, and in some further down, squeezing through narrow gaps. The chasm, as you're kind of moving down through it, twists and turns, but always it descends, and the farther you go, the stranger it becomes. You start to feel a terrible chill, although your breath doesn't freeze in the air. You start to hear whispers twisting in the air around you, mad voices that fade as soon as you try to concentrate and hear their words. The stone of the walls and the floor grows soft and almost spongy, and more troubling, the light that you've got, for example, from Gareth's sword begins to flicker and dim, almost like the darkness is trying to consume it. As you get to what feels like the bottom of the current passage that you're in, you hear the sound of shrill voices rising from ahead as the narrow passage finally starts to widen into a larger cavern. A dim light flickers within in the distance, flaring from a pool of glowing liquid. You can see some small figures standing on guard at the poolside. They almost look like goblins. But that's where we will end for this week. So if you pan over to the left, love, you can see there's like crystals and stuff there. And you can see some little goblins down there. And there's a strange pool just there.
Okay.
Look alright, are they?
Can I move forward then?
Yeah, let's say it's about that.
Well, you should. Yeah, I can't see the pool.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, I'll let you get to there.
No, it's all right. If you, I don't want to spoil anything.
No, that's fine.
Isn't this what that big tendril thing was
What tendrils?
But
that we just fought? Wasn't that a goblin?
these look like goblins. They're just like normal goblins. No, that was, you think it was descended from hobgoblins, you know, the big guys.
Hobgoblins, that's it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. These just look like normal little goblins.
You don't like little ones.
Oh, they're friendly.
I don't like gnomes.
Oh, is it gnomes? I get confused.
Actor, just before we finish, because you've kind of got to that point there, to your immediate left, to the south, you can see another entrance to a tunnel that heads off to the south. the black is unnaturally dark. You cannot see anything inside this. Even with your dark vision, it's like a wall of black.
Like darkness spell.
Like your darkness spell.
Because I have darkness spell.
Yeah, you'd be familiar with
So
that.
I would know what. That's what I mean. So if that's what it is, I would
It's
be
almost
familiar
like
with.
something is literally emitting magical darkness in that tunnel. That is where we're going to end.
He's trying to hide something.
Dun, dun, dun.
Akta straighteth with a flame in her eye. Red tiefling's fists make the darkness fly. Gareth, the glamour brave, strong and wise. Half elf and human, storm in disguise. Through the shattered world, their path unfolds. In the land of Eberron, they strike bold. Blades and flames, side by side. In the shadow, they confide. Monk and fighter, sorcerer's might. Akta and Gareth in the fire. Mountains tall, through jungles they run, facing war forged beneath the darkened sun. Akta's chief flows, her fists burn bright. Gareth casts spells in the heat of the fight. From the spires of Shard to the Moorman scars, their bond grows stronger through the endless wars. Blades and flames, side by side, in the shadow they confide. Monk and fighter, sorcerer's might. Akta and Gareth in the fight. In the lightning realms roar, they stand their ground. Two souls intertwined where danger is found. With every strike, they carve their tale. Heroes of Eberron, never to fail. Blades and flames, side by side. In the shadow, they confide.